Wait, where's chat? What? Hold on. Perhatian sang putri merak yang tertiup angin aku Pavolia Reine dari holoID ID. Attention please, I'm ready from holoID ID Generation 2. Minasamaごきげんよう。私、hololive Indonesia Nixie Pavolia Reine と申しますの。以後、お見知りおきよ。Hi! Welcome to today's stream. なんでchat is dead? Huh? Wait. Ah, there we go. Okay! Yay! I don't know what happened. Okay. We're alive again. Yay! Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Yay! Chat dead just like our victim. Yo. Malam, selamat malam. Hari ini kita balik lagi ke stream Ace Attorney. Yay. Wait, where's my phone actually? Alive in our pixelated glory. Did you have a nap or touch grass? I was in bed for a bit. I was but I did not really sleep. Yes. Yeah, how are you guys doing? I mean, I was streaming earlier. Yes. There were 2 victims. Yes. It was like a double kill, and then it was somehow like framed as they killed each other. But then we know that's bullshit, right? You know that's bullshit. Just some cozy time in bed. I did have a cozy time in bed. And now it is time to stream. Why is now my virtual camera on? That is so stupid. Okay. See, like, it's clicking weird things now. First is recording, and is the camera. What's next, huh? This mouse really haunted. Double KO theory in shambles. Yeah, I think we kind of myth-busted it, if that's the right word. I think it is. We're gonna... Hold on. I'm just gonna quickly get... Yeah, let's quickly get into the game. Ace Attorney Investigations Collection. Yes, that's the right game. Alright. Yay. Guess the mouse still hasn't been taken to the vet. Nope. I don't have time. Maybe this... I was gonna say this weekend, but it's weekend. So, yeah. Okay. It's game time. Let's go. Oh, mate. I'm muted. Okay. The worst one is when it happens repeatedly, like 5 clicks per second. I know. I'm done. I'm so done. There's still tomorrow left in the weekend. Yeah, I know. Wait. Yeah. Save that mouse for when you need an auto clicker, for real. Okay, well, I am going to start this game. Yay! Loading. Please do not turn your PC off. Yeah, and now it's the courtroom because it's the 4th case. We're gonna continue. This is the first Miles Edgeworth's first case, I think. And that's also the first time we're seeing little K. The one who died, one of them was K's dad, who was a prosecutor. And the other one was a witness. Yeah. And... What? Oh. And then... It was supposed to be his first. Well, I mean, like, he's taking over. I don't know if it's gonna be his first or not. But anyways, the guy died or whatever. And yeah, well... Anyways, it was Edgey's debut. Wait, you guys are confusing me. What are you talking about? Anyways, what was it? The other one was that guy who claimed that I only did it because he told me to. K's dad is actually the Yasugarasu thief, you know? And oops. Yeah, what happened next? Well, they died it. Anyways, Franziska came back from for summer vacation, and basically they have a little competition, you know, who can deduce better, and of course we come out on top. But anyways, long story short, we just try to finish this and find out who killed and how. Okay. What is this incredibly overpowering sweet scent? A Pokemon? Yeah, we did prove that Gumshoe couldn't have done it because he was eating Swiss rolls with K and stuff. It smells like flowers. Uncle Bad, is this it? Isn't that Detective Bad and K over there? It looks like she managed to escape the bailiff. No, that's not quite it. Aw, too bad, but it's so pretty. I think you're still a bit too young to be wearing that. But since you found it, I guess I can let you keep it. Thanks, I'll treasure it always. Aw, that's so sweet. Those two seem to get along rather well. Oh, here, I've got something else for you.
Yay, thank you, Uncle Bad. Earlier, I ate one of these with Gummy.
Gummy? Oh, you mean Gumshoe. Yeah, let's go. Gummy is...
He was trying to be nice to me because I was gonna get in trouble. And then he got in trouble because he liked to protect me. Gummy. I know he did kill Daddy.
Don't cry. Faraday would be sad if he saw you crying.
I'm not crying.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, it's the mister from before and the lady too.
Don't you think it would be a good idea to go home for the time being? You're not involved in the investigation, so it's for the best if you do.
Actually, I'm Uncle Bad's assistant. So I'm related to the investigation.
Is that so, Detective Bad? Yeah, I guess. What? You were just scolding us like kids to not mess up the crime scene? And now you let this child run free? Why? People are free to investigate things outside of the actual crime scene. You also had a few things she wanted to look into. Got a problem with that? Fine, yeah. I don't have a problem with that, but I'm curious as to what Miss Yew is looking into.
Uncle Bad, I'm gonna go look somewhere else now, okay?
Alright, I'm counting on you.
Oh, that's right. Hey, mister!
Yes, what is it?
I know Gummy really isn't the bad guy. I mean it. So please, find the real bad guy, okay?
Fire! I won't forgive whoever did this. But in the absence of the perfect piece of testimony and evidence, there is no one else who could be the true culprit other than Detective Gumshoe. Oh, she wandered off while I was pondering. Okay, what? Detective Bad, what exactly was Kay searching for? Nothing that concerns you, boy. Oh, and I suppose that has something to do with Kay? It does, because she's Faraday's daughter. Anyway, hurry up and get to the point. I don't have time to waste. It sounds like he'd rather be left alone. I have something I'd like to confirm with you once again. I don't have anything to say to you. Be that as it may, we still have questions that we need answers to. Oh my god. Jeez. Hold on. Now then, first of all, what is the overpowering smell that is permeating this room? Upon entering this room, I thought I was going to suffocate. Is that ultra strong perfume you wear? She spilled some of it. Yay. I was having a bad time of it myself. I didn't think twice and opened the window, but that smell's still here. Perfume, huh? So the sweet scent in the air is perfume. Well, it's giving off quite a stench. I bet it's some cheap, no-name brand. Really? She said it's a famous brand from overseas. It's a knockoff. Yes, definitely a knockoff. No disrespect, but she forced one of those bottles on me. Here, little girl, you can have it. It's gonna be evidence? I was born for a much more expensive and refined perfume. Axe body spray. However, seeing as how you just happen to have a spare, I suppose I'll take it. Miles Edgeworth, you will hold on to this bottle without fail. Why can't she ever be honest about her wants? An angel, eh? So now we have the perfume Miss Yew wears. Just fantastic. Is that all you wanted to talk about? If so, I'm going back to investigating. Actually, I still have a few other things I wish to inquire about. Okay, let's ask. So you were in this room the entire recess? Sorry, I didn't need to sound that like that. Like I said, I made a call to the precinct to get that big lug down here real. But other than that, I was waiting for the recess to end in here. Yay! At least your story is consistent. Earlier you stated that you were in this lobby with Miss Yew. Yeah, I ran into her in the hallway. She said she wanted to talk to me about something, so we came in here. Then what you're saying is that until Detective Gumshoe's arrival, you and Miss Yew were in two different locations? Guess I am. Interesting. Speaking of that lawyer, she seems to have a great dislike for you. Yeah, real. Let's see, Miss Yew is the sister of the victim of the KG-8 incident. And as I recall, Detective Bad was the lead detective on the case. I wonder if the reason for her disdain isn't simply because you failed to guard CC, but because you were the lead detective on the case. Mang-eak, you knew? Huh. I also know that today's trial involving the Kodokian embassy staff member is being referred to as the second KG-8 incident. Now then, detective, I believe it's time you're honest with me and told me the truth behind your relationship with Miss Yew and Mr. Faraday and the KG-8 incident. If you already know that much, I guess it would be alright to tell ya.
KG-8?
I'd like to ask you a few questions about the KG-8 incident. It's not exactly a happy story, okay, other than the people who were directly involved. You two will be the first to hear what I'm about to tell. Ooh, story time, guys. Alright. The honest truth... Oh, it's a lollipop! The honest truth behind the KG-8 Inky Dink. Ooh, what's happening? Faraday, you and I. That's so funny. As you already know, we three were involved with the KG-8 incident. Faraday and I, we were originally on the trail of a smuggling ring. You mean the smuggling case involving one of the Amano Group's secretaries? That trial was just a front. A facade? Yeah, but the case became tainted. All because the witness who was going to testify about the Amano Group's ties to the smuggling ring, CCU, was killed. Then what became of the secretary who was arrested? His name was Colin Deveray. To be honest, the guy didn't know a thing about the smuggling ring. But he confessed to knowing about it anyway. Deveray was probably being intimidated by the big boss man. Just another scapegoat. The boss man of the Amano Group. He can't seriously mean Mr. Ernest Amano. That can't be right. It's probably just Detective Bad's personal hypothesis. Yeah, I remember the guy. Is the victim from the, Blue Badger case. What is he trying to do? Suspecting Mr. Amano of being involved with smuggling? Hell yeah, of course. That's crazy, because, like, this was in the past, right? I suppose it would have been quite difficult to secure an acquittal after he confessed. But the man who killed CCU, Manny Cochin, was a completely different person. But since he's already been acquitted once of her murder, Mr. Faraday, how could you have let him go? If I remember correctly, I heard that Mr. Faraday had an important piece of evidence stolen from him. What? That's crazy. What is going on? This is AAI 1. Yep, this is Investigations 1. That wasn't Faraday's fault. It was mine. I wasn't vigilant enough. Really? Faraday, CC, I was supposed to protect them both. Miss Yew did mention that as well. About how Detective Bad was supposed to guard her sister. But even I, who was supposed to protect them, I fell into their trap. What kind of a trap? The holes in this jacket are a testament to that trap. Oh. You mean you were fired upon? You were shot at that many times in one gunfight? No, only about half of these are from that case. But the reason I continue to wear this jacket is to remind myself of the lessons I learned from the KGA Dinky Dink. I see. I couldn't protect CCU, and the suspect was found not guilty. Okay. We had hit a brick wall. Sorry apa? Gak jelas. I couldn't... And that's when she came to the courtroom, the victim's sister. Okay, that's when I first met Calisto Yew. Okay, relation to you. About when you first met Miss Yew. It was on the day the verdict of the KG8 incident was handed down, was it not? Yes, Faraday and I. We apologized to her from the bottom of our hearts. It was all we could do, but just saying you're sorry won't bring my sister back, she said. And then she gave me a hard slap across the face. Well, she certainly had a lot of self-control to stop at just a slap. If it was me, not even 100 lashes would have been punishment enough, huh? I suppose not. You said it herself. Ha! Sorry, that was so funny. I don't know why. She never wanted to see either of us ever again. Yo, aight. But after that, you've seen her many times over, correct? Yeah, Faraday and I, even after the KG8 incident had come to a close, I continued to hunt down the smuggling ring and got involved in a variety of cases. But it was no use. We cracked so many different cases. But the result was always the same. We couldn't find the real mastermind behind the ring. Damn, okay. Is the ring really that big? Nice. Reading you out loud makes some of these lines hilarious. I know! I'm just like... I can't not laugh reading these. It was in the pursuit of the ring that we met you once again. It was during another trial related to the smuggling ring. Faraday was the prosecutor and I, as the lead detective, took to the witness stand. Yeah. What is going on, bro? Yo, she appeared out of the blue as a defense attorney. Her client was related to the smuggling ring and she was defending them? Yeah. You was pursuing the ring as best she could as a lawyer. I think she defended Rel this time for the same reason. Are you playing Uma in the background? What the fuck? No! Listen, I'm not. Come to think of it, Miss Yew did say something to the same effect. I can't. Okay, if I was playing Uma in the background, I would start talking about it. I have my own agenda. I'm still on the hunt for leads regarding the KG8 incident, alright? And for that, you have not a single qualm about defending a known killer. No, it's just like it's not like that. It's not like I'm sleepy. I don't know what's wrong with me today. The uncontrollable urge to talk about it, for real. Don't put words in my mouth. I said no such thing. I just feel like I don't have the sharpest head right now, if that makes sense. Like, am I distracted? Like, maybe a little bit. Although, like, I'm unsure with what. It's just like I feel like my brain isn't inside my head. It seems slightly drunk. No, I swear I'm not. I haven't been drinking in so many, ever since I was in the egg. The only way I had to get close to Mr. Rel was to be his lawyer. I had no intention of covering for him. Ever. Yeah, maybe I'll get some water. So don't you dare suggest I was going to. It doesn't matter what her reason is. Helping a criminal is just despicable. You're so naive, little girl. I could have stolen this lollipop from you, that's how naive you are. Huh? How dare you insult the daughter of Avant Karma? Just like us, you felt that she had hit the limit of what the law could do. Yeah, I understand. Signs of carrot deficiency. Yeah, maybe I do need the spicy macaroni. I've gotten, you know, ketergantungan tuh apa sih? Like when you take too many and then you're addicted and you can't live without it. And when you don't take it, you start like feeling off. That's all. Dependent, yeah, kind of like that. The law is merely a tool. There's no limit to it, only the skill of the craftsman. You two are still too young, but one day you'll know what I mean. But enough sidetracking. What matters is that we meet you again in pursuit of the smuggling ring. Yeah, because like, honestly, man, I was like, I need to stop eating the macaroni because it made my stomach hurt. So like, I don't know. I need to stop, like at least like for 2 weeks, okay? Like 1 week, 2 weeks, I don't know. So what was your relations with Mr. Faraday? You even seems to know Kay fairly well. I met him when he was a rookie prosecutor. Known him ever since. And Kay, I've known her since the day she was born. Yo. Faraday and I, we cracked quite a few cases together. A week off from my stomach, exactly. Need to sub it with something else. Like what? I don't know. But you two seem to have made no progress at all in the Yatagarasu case. Did we touch a nerve? Eesh. It's not that I'm not feeling like it. I'm feeling like it. It's just I feel stupid at the moment. I only have one thing to say to you. No one knew more about the Yatagarasu than me and Faraday. What's that mean? That's why I was called upon to testify in today's trial. To prove. Yeah, we just need some warming up. This is just like yapping. This is just like talking. As soon as we get to the investigation, you know, to prove that Rel was not the real Yatagarasu, which I would have done if he hadn't turned around and accused Faraday. After the accusation, I was asked to testify, but this time, to prove or disprove the accusation, but I guess I won't be doing that either, because he's freaking dead. Yeah, it's like a lot of info dumping, bro. Like, my brain can't take this. Like, I need to, like, kickstart the brain. You get what I'm saying? I sense that there's more to that statement that meets the eye. I mean, it is necessary, yeah. Perhaps a bit more digging into the Yatagarasu is what's necessary. Oh my god, again? It is important. It's not some info dump that is useless. You claim to know much about the Yatagarasu. Would you care to share what you know with me? Zame. Hi. What you two should be looking for right now is proof of murderous intent towards Faraday and Rel. I agree, which is exactly why I'm asking you about the Yatagarasu. What? The KG8 incident and the second KG8 incident, both of the cases are tied to the smuggling ring. And in both of these cases, the witness who was to testify about the ring was murder. However, there is one point in which they differ, and that is the presence or absence of the great thief Yatagarasu. Mr. Rel claimed to be the Yatagarasu, however, in the middle of the trial, he suddenly declared Mr. Faraday to be the real Yatagarasu. Then during the recess, they were both killed. Don't you find that to be the least bit odd? Miles Edgeworth, stop beating around the bush and just spit it out already. I believe that there must be some reason that the two men suspected of being the Yatagarasu were both killed at the same time. Ooh, a reason, huh? And so, in order to catch Mr. Faraday's and Mr. Rel's cold-blooded killer, I feel that I need to learn as much as I can about the Yatagarasu. But I do think that the info dumping, quote unquote, of Ace Attorney Miles Edgeworth, they do it like pretty soft. You know, like it's not overwhelming. Like, yeah, it's long, whatever, but like the way they do it is very, I don't know, not heavy. Then I'll tell you the reason why we've never caught the Yatagarasu. What was that sudden outburst for? He almost made me whip you by accident. Ugh. It still accidentally whipped me anyway. There are 3 main reasons why the Yatagarasu will always be one step ahead. The Yatagarasu is in the police. I'm calling it. First, the Yatagarasu always knows the exact location of the target object. Second, the Yatagarasu always knows exactly how to disarm the security system. Third, the Yatagarasu doesn't leave a single shred of evidence behind, ever. Oh, okay, not that wild of an accusation yet. So those are the Yatagarasu special traits. I'm just saying it has to be orang dalam because like who knows, who can know all this info, who can know all the whatever, like they have to have access to all these like secret documents or whatever, and if they're like part of the police, they can have access to that easy or whatever, bro. I don't know, I'm just like making shit up. Orang dalam is inside man. Sounds like he can't be like some random citizen. He can't be. The Yatagarasu has never been caught on tape. Never tries to draw anyone's attention. It has to be somebody in the police or like the law or like whatever. Or inside woman. I mean, yeah, I guess. And would never do something as lowbrow as commit murder. That's how I knew that Rel wasn't the real Yatagarasu right away. But like if Kay said that she's the penerus of the Yatagarasu, then that means Faraday is Yatagarasu, right? Listen, little girl, I'm not done talking yet. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring. Yeah, I mean, could be. Was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Kodopian embassy. You can be a successor without being related? I guess. Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. In that case, how can you be so sure that it was the Yatagarasu who sent it? That's easy. A special card that only the Yatagarasu uses was attached. That's how I can be so sure. Just what sort of card is it? Here, take a look at this article. Looks like Phoenix Wright to me. Whenever the Yatagarasu wants to publicize something, a white card is sent along with the stolen information. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. And that's how Detective Bad knew that Mr. Rel was a phony. Thank you very much. I have a much better understanding of the Yatagarasu now. Excuse me, Mr. Edgeworth. Yes? His Honor would like to transfer the evidence from today's trial over to you. So if you could please head over to the courtroom, it would be much appreciated, sir. Understood. I'll be there shortly. Detective Bad, what does the law mean to you? Finding the answer to that question is the only reason I'm still alive. Okay. I became a prosecutor to find the answer to that question myself. And to play a part in ensuring that all criminals everywhere are found guilty. Sheesh. Alright. Hi, Baldy Bald! Oh, it's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Oh, he's so sad. It appears that His Honor is still a bit dispirited. For the first time today, I experienced what it's like to stand at the witness stand. I now have a greater appreciation for just how hard it is to give testimony. Well, there's no reason for you to be all depressed about it, Your Honor. As a judge, no one expects you to think about anything other than the verdict. Franziska, there is no need to further depress His Honor. But I'm not trying to, Miles. Your Honor... Your Honor, I've come to collect the evidence that was to be transferred to me. Your Honor, the evidence... What? 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 Your Honor! Oh! You! Yes, can I help you? I'd like to collect the evidence now, sir. Your Honor, do you think you can stay focused long enough to at least do your job? Yes, I'm sorry. And I would, except that the defense attorney has yet to arrive. Oh my god, is she gonna die as well? She is busy with the investigation? So let's keep this brief, shall we? Very well. In that case, please confirm that all the pieces of evidence are present. Furthermore, the evidence that was used in the murders of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel are also included, so please go ahead and use them in your investigation into their case. Understood, Your Honor. The pieces of evidence that were used in the murder of those two men, this could be a very good chance for me to find new leads regarding their case. And maybe even something that will finally lead me to the truth. Oh, yo, okay. I'll place all the evidence over at the prosecutor's bench for you. Gun, book, and what? I see. Thank you very much. I will go and confirm that they are all accounted for. Yo, we can finally see what the evidence looked like. So this is the evidence related to today's Codopian embassy trial for Mr. Faraday's bag. You mean the evidence bag that was on the table in lobby number 2, right? Yes, finally we can now take a look at the evidence itself and not just data about them. Let's be sure to thoroughly examine them when we have the time. Agreed. I want to take a good look at all of the evidence from the embassy murder too. And why is that? Because I still don't fully understand what today's trial was about. Aw, she doesn't understand? What? Don't put your crap at me just because you don't know something. And don't you try to order me around just because Papa chose you today. I see someone is still sore about not being picked by Mr. Von Karma. It's also real to see the knife up close. So, we have the knife, the gun, the envelope, and what's this organizer doing here? Oh, that's right, I completely forgot to tell you. About what, Your Honor? They found Mr. Faraday's personal organizer inside the evidence bag of his. Detective Bad requested it be passed along to you. He said it would help the investigation. Oh, Detective Bad said that? What a strange stroke of luck. Well, never look a gift horse in the mouth. You might as well flip through it too. Yeah, I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious-looking nook and cranny. Mr. Faraday's organizer, it appears he was in the habit of using it. It looks like he wrote his strategy for getting Mr. Rel convicted down in here. I have collected the evidence I need to prove that Rel was the killer. Between the handgun Rel had on him when he was arrested and Surreal's tape, I should be able to prove that he was the one. He honestly believed that Mr. Rel was the killer. The sound of his handgun going off was recorded with super clarity on the surveillance video. I also have evidence that I can use to prove that Rel is not the real Yatagarasu. No matter how he might try to play it, as long as I have the Yatagarasu's key, I can prove he's a phony. If I present it to him in court, it should clear everything up. And he apparently also had a very definitive piece of evidence. It's been a long battle. I hope that this will finally bring it to an end. Yes, I believe that Mr. Faraday was well prepared to discredit any claim Mr. Rel may have made about being the real Yatagarasu. And he had a way to prove that Mr. Rel was the guilty party in the embassy murder. His organizer is a clue straight from Mr. Faraday. I'll have to take my time and give it a thorough read later. Look, there's a picture stuck between the... I think this is the key? It appears to be a key. Ah. And a rather ornate one at that. Just look at the design of the handle. The craftsmanship is superb. Could this be the Yatagarasu's key that Mr. Faraday mentioned in his organizer? The Yatagarasu's key? Detective Bad said something earlier. What's different about this time was that evidence related to the smuggling ring was sent to the police. And the sender was none other than the one who infiltrated the Codopian embassy, the Yatagarasu. The Yatagarasu sent the evidence? Until now, the Yatagarasu would always publicize any corrupt dealings through the mass media. But not this time. The evidence this time was something only Faraday and I, and a select few others knew about. Mr. Faraday must have been trying to keep the secret key safe. As the prosecutor on both the Yatagarasu and smuggling ring cases, that's to be expected. Okay. Okay. What about the gun? This gun, it was originally used to kill the Kodobian embassy staff member. Yo. When the crime was reported, the responding police found Mr. L still holding it, which led to his immediate arrest. And then, this gun took the original shooter's life. How ironic. Sheesh. Indeed. There doesn't seem to be anything else we can learn about this piece of evidence. Sure. It's the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday. Who would have thought that such a beautiful piece of art could be used for such a cruel act? Yo. And it's never crossed your mind that you used your riding crop for the wrong purpose? That's odd. What is it? Yo. Mr. Faraday didn't mention anything about a knife in his organizer. Is fake evidence this ka? That certainly is odd. The weapon that was used to kill the Kodopian embassy staff member was the gun. But if that's the case, then where did the knife that was used to murder Mr. Faraday come from? Isn't it obvious? It was brought into the courthouse by Mr. L. That's the only logical conclusion, you're right? No, because it's not that easy to smuggle a weapon like that in here. Every person who enters the courthouse doors is checked thoroughly for contraband. Furthermore, the suspect was handcuffed, making it impossible for him to bring a knife as large as this inside. In that case, how do you suppose this knife ended up inside the courthouse? I need to think carefully here. Huh? Do I have to answer now? There's nothing related to the knife written anywhere in Mr. Faraday's organizer. However, it is a fact that this knife came from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. Conversely, there is one item listed in Mr. Faraday's organizer that is not in the evidence bag. Or the tape, too. So in order to solve this mystery, I believe I will need to take another good look at the evidence. Huh? Miles Edgeworth, can I take the fact that you have yet to answer me? To mean that you don't have an answer for me. Actually, I do know the answer, Franziska. What? Then what was it? What is it? One of the pieces of evidence we've been holding has been hiding a secret of his own. And it was through this piece of evidence that the knife was brought into the courthouse. I know, it's probably this one.
Take that!
Oh shit! Wait, that's the knife! Oh wait, is this wrong? Is this right? Okay, I don't see how that answers my question at all. Every piece of evidence has some secretive aspect about it. Okay, oh, okay, this is wrong. Sorry. Wait, sorry. They look so similar! They look so similar, bro. Hold on. It's this one! Sorry, they look so similar. Sorry, like, I thought I was hovering, like, at the key, but of course not. This is how the knife was brought into the courthouse. Yo. You're not making any sense, Miles Edgeworth. You just need to look a bit closer, Franziska, to see what I mean. Don't the color and ornamentation of the keys handle remind you of anything? They do remind me of the knife. Very good. Both the Yatagarasu key in this photo and the murderer's knife have this very unique design on their handles. Furthermore, even though Mr. Faraday mentions the Yatagarasu's key, the only object we found at the crime scene was knife. You don't seriously mean to say? It appears that you finally caught up. Yeah, and yes, I do mean to say that these two pieces are in fact one and the same! Yeah. But that's impossible. Maybe like you can put the knife inside the key or something? Yeah, maybe. Even if that's what you believe, we should still investigate this possibility. Now then, let us examine this knife in a little more detail. Okay. Yes! Let's go, girl! Yes! I can't believe it turned into a key to think there was such a trick to this thing. So the weapon used to kill Mr. Faraday is actually the key to the Yatagarasu stole. This piece of information is more critical than anything we've learned up until now. Ooh. Yay! Let's go! Okay. Frankly, I'm shocked. Mr. Faraday only mentioned the key aspect of this piece of evidence in his organizer. It's possible that even he had no idea that the key was hiding a knife blade inside. Oh, alright. But if that's true, then only someone who knew about the key to knife trick could have killed Mr. Faraday. Even among law enforcement, this key was top secret. We're looking for someone who knew even more about the key than even Mr. Faraday. Oh, there is somebody? The only person it could be is the one who sent the key in the first place. Okay. The great thief Yatagarasu. But who is he? Then maybe Mr. Rel really was the Yatagarasu. And he was the one who killed Mr. Faraday. Isn't that one possible scenario? No, not really. Especially since Mr. Faraday was absolutely convinced that Mr. Rel was not the Yatagarasu. Besides, as Detective Bat said earlier. But when we questioned Rel about what was sent along with the white card, Rel had no idea what it was. I see. Alright then, I guess the person who knows the trick behind this key is someone else, and that person is the real Yatagarasu. It seems that this key is truly the key to solving this case. Cool. Okay, whatever... Autopsy? I took a quick look through these documents before the trial started. Well, I wasn't even afforded the opportunity to skim it. I suppose I should explain it to you then. Yes, you should. Perfectly and in its entirety, if you please. On the night of September 8th, one night before my birthday, an embassy staff member was killed in front of the embassy. The staff member died of shock due to being shot in the heart. Mackerel was I forgot his name was Mackerel. Mackerel was brought in that night as a suspect and thoroughly questioned. Because the murder weapon was found on him, for which he was arrested on the spot. A simpleton of a man, that's what he was. Perhaps he was, for the weapon wasn't the only incriminating evidence we had. Mr. Rel was caught in the act on film by a security camera. He was an even bigger simpleton than I thought. I can't believe he didn't notice the security camera. The Kodopian embassy's security system is supposedly very well designed. He may have simply not been aware that there was a camera in the area. So, have you seen the contents of the video for yourself? Yes, the surveillance video the security camera took was played during the trial by Mr. Faraday. You can clearly identify Mr. Rel on it, even the sound of the gunshot was crystal clear. Okay. So the footage included sound, huh? I don't think I'd ever want to see the moment of someone's death in real life. Okay. Me neither. Shoo 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 shoo. That's odd, we're short one piece of evidence. And the piece that's missing is the surveillance video that was played in court. I was saying, where's the tape? The surveillance video? How could a piece of evidence just disappear? Where did it go? The video showing the moment in which Mr. Rel committed the murder. Where could it have gone indeed? I don't know. Somebody ate it. Are you done with your inspection of the evidence, eh? The judge was hungry. I'm finished. However, Your Honor, I am missing a single piece of prosecutorial evidence. Your Honor, were you derelict in your duties? What? No, I dare not lick my duties. What do you take me for? No, Your Honor, the most important piece of evidence in today's trial, the surveillance video, is not amongst the evidence you laid out for me. He would not lick the evidence. But I would. But I brought Mr. Faraday's whole bag with me from the crime scene. Maybe the tape is still somewhere at the crime scene? There's something wrong here. Sheesh. Something about this missing piece of evidence. Ayo. It would appear that for me to find the answers I seek, I will have to pay another visit to the scene of the crime defendant lobby number 2. Yo. Bleh. 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 That's Detective Bad, but who is he with? I've never seen that officer before. So, did you find it? No, not yet, and I've looked everywhere. Yo, it's him! Let's go, it's the wolf boy! Oh, he looks good with that uniform. Please continue with the search. Understood, I'll continue the search. Huh, so you're the one running this show. Prosecutors like you shouldn't even be allowed at crime scenes. How dare you? Just who do you think you are? It's the wolf boy! Ow! What was that all about, and who was that man just now? Whoever he was, I've never seen a more impudent officer in my life. Does he even know that we're standing right here behind him? I know you're standing right behind me. What do you want, kids? It looks like you were paying attention after all. Of course I was. I have eyes in the back of my head. Yo, alright. Oh, so that mirror isn't for vanity's sake. It's for him to keep an eye out on who or what is behind him at all times. Ooh, that's kind of smart. So tell me, Detective Bad, who was that rude man just now? The guy came here from the Republic of Tengfa to study. He's Agent Lang. He's trying everything he can to revive the lost honor of his family. He's traveling the world to study different philosophies of detainment from scratch. Wow. By visiting various police departments around the world, he has a lot of dedication. He's still just a rookie cop, but I sense a strong grudge of some sort from him. The guy's more useful than Gumshoe, even if he is rude. Well, he sure has a lot of guts to come to this country and give prosecutors a hard time. I agree, however, I can think of one young lady that statement also applies to. Anyway, what was that agent looking for, Detective Bad? Earlier, that little girl was poking around in lobby number 1 as well. Like I said before, it's got nothing to do with the two of you. Huh. I highly doubt that it has nothing to do with me. Huh? Fine, if this is the game I must play, then I will take this opportunity to draw what he's been hiding and what's happened. Oh, are we gonna question him? Earlier, you were in lobby number 1 and now you're here in lobby number 2. You are quite the busy man, Detective Bad. Multiple returns to a crime scene brings about success. That's what we detectives say. I see. In that case, you wouldn't mind if I asked about what happened again, correct? I don't have anything left to say to you, boy. Boy, you'll see. I will draw my answer from you one way or another. Would it kill you to help us even a tiny bit in our investigation? I gave Faraday's notebook to the judge earlier. That's help enough, don't you think? Please, we are asking you for just a bit more of your cooperation. Please, please. Don't push me, kid. I'd like to ask once again about what happened around here at the time of the crime. I refuse to answer. Any more investigating you do would be a waste of time. Besides, how am I supposed to answer questions about things I don't know about? Things you don't know about? But aren't you supposed to know everything? Pfft. He should. Wait, is it possible? Maybe he doesn't know about the trick behind that piece of evidence. I should try showing it to him. It may prove to be the key to getting some answers from Detective Bad. I'm gonna show the knife. Detective Bad, did you know of the existence of the item in this photograph? Of course I did. It's my job to know everything related to the Yatagarasu case. In that case, let me ask you something. Did you know that the knife that killed Mr. Faraday and this Yatagarasu key are one and the same? What? That's impossible! It looks like he didn't know after all. This piece of evidence, which we call the Yatagarasu's key, is actually a well-camouflaged knife. Mr. Faraday was planning to use this Yatagarasu's key to prove that Mr. Rel was not the real Yatagarasu. Isn't that correct? I guess so. However, Mr. Faraday had no idea that it was, in fact, a knife. Yeah, I have to admit, neither one of us knew that fact. Oh. And if neither of us knew, then no one in law enforcement knew either. Huh. Wow, okay, wait. Huh. I noticed that since a little while ago you appeared to be searching for something. I presume that this key is what you were searching for? Yeah, that's right. I thought you were searching for the tape or something. And why were you searching for it? Because I promised Faraday. I promised that I'd protect that key with my life. But after he was killed, the key disappeared from Faraday's evidence bag. Who would have thought that the key is what took Faraday's life? Oh, what? Sorry? Oh, yeah. So that we may find the truth, please testify for me once more, Detective Bad. Alright. But it doesn't matter how many times I tell you about what happened. Nothing will change. Detective Bad, I ask that you please testify once more about what happened in lobby number 2 and what you experienced in lobby number 1. My answer is still the same. And this is the last time I'm going to do this. That's fine because I only need this one last time to clear everything up. And find the truth behind this case. Whoa. Bad's movements. I was in lobby number 1 talking with you. We were talking about some trivial things. I heard the gunshot right before the trial was about to reconvene. When we heard it, you and I immediately dashed into the hallway together. You and I? I saw Gumshoe goofing around there, and we all ran into lobby number 2. Okay. It sounds like the exact same story he told us before. Indeed, however, I feel that we have yet to draw all the information that we can. Let's go! Okay, let's go. We were talking about some trivial things. Talking with you. Let's press everything, because I want to refresh what knowledge. Why did Miss Yew choose lobby number 1? Answer me. Who knows? She just said that she had something she wanted to talk to me about. And we walked into lobby number 1 together. That's all. Oh. So his answer remains the same as before, I see. We were talking about some trivial things. Okay, press it.
Hold it!
I was hoping you could expand on what exactly you were discussing with Miss Yew. Trivial stuff. It was nothing important. Okay. That's for me to decide. Alright, I suppose that's for him to decide. Moving on then.
Hold it!
Until you heard the gunshot, did you notice anything else that was out of the ordinary? I didn't hear any other strange sounds to that gunshot. If the gunshot Detective Bad heard was really the one from the murder, that would give the other piece of evidence an entirely different meaning. I ask that you please amend your testimony with that statement just now. Sure. Oh, he did not hear the balloon! Can we present? Like, what's that thing that says there's balloon?
Is it time?
Nah. Well, no. Gumshoe just said, other than gunshot in here, sign struggle. It doesn't matter. It's not this one. Go.
Objection!
Okay. Well, it's alright. Detective Pat, does a balloon fragment remind you of anything? It's the same color as the one Kay was holding. Oh, so you knew about that girl's balloon? Yeah, I was sitting with her up in the gallery during the recess. Just before we split up, I filled that balloon up for her. As you may have already surmised, this piece did indeed come from Kay's balloon. So, what about the balloon? I wonder if you might remember hearing this balloon pop at some point. What are you getting at? This fragment was found in the hallway right in front of lobby number 2. Furthermore, it was the sound of this balloon popping that the judge mistook as a gunshot. Oh, so the sound that the judge heard was not actually a gunshot, huh? I'm sitting in a very weird way right now. On top of that, His Honor said that he heard the balloon pop about 20 minutes before the trial was to reconvene. Yes, which means that His Honor heard the balloon pop in the hallway when you were in lobby number 1, Detective Bad. And if you were in lobby number 1 at that time, you were close enough that you should have heard a balloon popping as well. Yeah, I'm not shrimping. I'm lying down, and then I have I don't know how to describe it. It's so weird. I don't know how to describe it. Don't give me a so. We just proved that there's a flaw in your testimony. The crackling of the truth. On the floor? No. I will draw it next time. Next time? Is louder than the sound of your sweet naivete cracking. And since you kids don't seem to know, let me fill you in on something. Did you ever stop to think why the doors and walls of this place seem so rugged? That's because they were designed to keep secrets from being leaked. Oh, that's why he didn't hear, because it's soundproof. Just like the rooms in the Maldives. What is that supposed to mean? The doors and walls are super thick. The window panes are double layered. To top it all off, even the curtains are made of a special sound-absorbing material. Yeah, but then how did they hear the gunshot? So they can only hear the gunshot when they're outside? Then you mean that's a random thing to bring up? No, that's the only thing related to soundproof. That, that's the only story related to soundproof that I have. Since I was shut up inside lobby number 1, there was no way I could have heard that sound. Sounds like you made sure they were soundproof. No. The story was, so when me and Kiara went to the Maldives, because we were gonna stream, obviously, right? We asked. So we had a little butler thing, right? For assigned just for our room. And so we asked them yo, but we can't be we're gonna stream, we're from hololive, blah blah blah. So we had to describe it in a super sketchy way, hey, do you know if the rooms are soundproof? Cause we gotta work, and stuff like that, right? And then the butler's yeah, it's soundproof. They're oh, okay. Anyways, there's no way I could have heard that sound. No! I knew that's what he was gonna say. Then that means the scrub's face testimony is completely useless. If the rooms are soundproof, then of course he wouldn't hear any sign of a struggle. Whoa. That's also why it's only natural. That totally sounds like a decent or nice attorney case. Exactly, like somebody would get like, no, I hope nobody gets murdered, you know? And like, oh, did you know the rooms are actually soundproof? That I didn't hear the balloon popping. Apparently the room is soundproof. I don't know. Now do you get it, kids? Miles, I thought we were supposed to be the ones finding flaws in the logic. See, that's why I said just like the Maldives. But then how did he hear the gunshot? He would have to be outside or something. Or like, I don't know. Not the other way around. The other way around? It's not possible to hear the sound of the balloon popping if... So, outside is not soundproof? What the fudge? I don't know. However, if we examine the situation in reverse, a person standing in the hallway should not be able to hear the real gunshot either. And yet, Detective Gumshoe claims to have heard it while he was standing in the hallway. So what is going on, girl? Detective Bad. If that is the case, how exactly did you hear the gunshot? What do you mean, how? I just did... It would appear that you have yet to realize the contradiction in your own words. Oh, how so? If the rooms are as soundproof as you say they are, then how did the sound of the gunshot enter your ears? I see what you mean. I guess I'm more out of it from Faraday's murder than I had thought. Which means that what exactly, Mouse? In the end, what does it all boil down to? He's making shit up. There must be a reason as to how Detective Bad and Gumshoe heard a gunshot they theoretically couldn't have. It looks like we need to examine the state of the crime scene again, huh? The state of the crime scene? Wait, can it be? Is that ultra-strong perfume Yew wears? She spilled some of it. Is that not a gunshot, but the sound of the perfume bottle dropping? And way too noisy. Surveillance video? Oh! The surveillance video was played on TV! What the fuck? Oh! The sound of the gunshot was crystal clear because it's the tape and they thought it was the gunshot. Tay, kok gitu? Pieces don't fit together quite right. What, bro? Sorry, kasar. It's simply not possible for the kill to have escaped through barred windows. And yet the fragrance of the perfume managed to escape from defendant lobby number 1. Of course, incorporeal things can move freely through these open barred windows. Okay. The fuck? Oh! They heard it from the window because of the loud television? Like this. Yeah. Now then, what else besides the smell can go both in and out of open barred window? Yeah, the answer is sound. So, no matter how careful the killer was, if the windows were open, the jig would be up. And since the windows in both defendant lobby number 1 and the hallway were open, that explains how the sound of a gunshot can be heard in both locations. And then finally this! Yes, real! The missing piece of evidence is a video that shows the moment in which Mr. Rell killed the embassy staff member. The sound of the gunshot left quite an impression on me when it played during the trial. The video should have been returned to Mr. Faraday's evidence bag for the recess and brought back here. If it disappeared after that time, then it's possible that the tape is still here in this room. Eureka! The evidence that the missing evidence created from me is the gunshot sound that no one should have been able to hear in the first place. Well, what? The Maldives mention reminded me, maybe you know it, but there's a Maldivian Resort World series in VR. Oh, since July that you can visit at your own leisure? It's called Maldives Cottage? Really? Whoa. What have you been thinking about? Stop wasting time thinking and let's start looking again. It's not a waste of time to think, for I have figured out where we should look. And where would that be? I believe you should examine the television. The TV? Well, you kids have fun. Go ahead and examine whatever you like. I won't rest until I've inspected every suspicious looking nook and cranny. There seems to be a videotape inside. It looks like it. The tape must have stopped on its own when it reached the end. This tape, could it not be the missing surveillance tape? I suppose, but... Detective Bad, would it be alright with you if I verified the contents of this video? Sure, knock yourself out. Alright, then let's rewind this and see what we have. The TV brand is called Blunt. If I remember correctly, the footage of Rel killing the embassy staff member... should be at about the 30-minute mark from the start of the tape. Understood. They should be about right now then, let's see. This is... Oh, like sharp! Yeah, and so instead of sharp, it's blunt. My gosh, okay. This is the footage of Mr. Shrell shooting the embassy staff member. I knew it. The missing piece of evidence, the surveillance video, was here all along. Huh, yeah. This sound. What's the meaning of this? It appears that Detective Bad has figured out the true source of the gunshot he heard. With this, I think we can figure out the trick behind this double murder. Do you mean that you figured it all out then? Yes, all I have to do now is show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. Fine, in that case, show me what you've deduced. Now to show what the gunshot Detectives Bad and Gumshoe heard was, and through where they heard it from. I won't rest. Okay. Yeah, obviously. Eureka! This piece of evidence will kick. Huh? Wait, no, that's not right. Huh? No, I thought because he's like where it came from and from where did they hear. I thought it would have to present twice. If the door and windows of the crime scene, namely this room that we're in, were closed, the killer could have used the gun and no one would have been the wiser. That's true. This coward house does seem to be well designed for such a thing, as it were. Oh, sorry. However, what happened in reality was... Detective Gumshoe, Detective Bad, and Miss Yew, all three of them heard the gunshot. Well, the windows in lobby number 1, 2, and the hallway were open. So naturally the people in those locations could hear it. Ah, but then why would the criminal open the window in the first place? To allow the gunshot to be heard, I suppose. Correct, that's the only logical conclusion we can draw from this, but why was that necessary in the first place? I want a real answer, Miles. I demand satisfaction. Very well, I believe that the killer wanted to manipulate our perception of a certain fact. When was the murder? The killer wanted to fabricate the time of death to their precise wishes. And they used the gunshot in the surveillance video to do so. Man. Ooh. So that's why the tape was left running. You mean the gunshot I heard was from this video? Yes, which means that the murders really occurred at an earlier time than we thought. Oh, it must have been during the recess, but before Detective Gumshoe was on guard duty. Someone who has no alibi for that time period and planned this crime out in advance. That person is the real killer. Okay. Hi, police. Mr. Edgeworth, yes, what is it? Miss Yew is asking for you. She's in the courtroom. She says that she identified the murderer, but that she wants to clarify something. It looks like Miss Yew is still investigating something. Understood? Please tell her that I will be right over. So it'll come along. Or I'll come along. Sorry, I want to hear what she has to say. Sorry, I can't read, obviously. It would appear that the time has come to uncover the truth. Yew is asking for you. You. September 10, one day after my birthday. Yo. Oh my god, it's baby K. K, what are you doing here? We know who is murderer already. Of course, it's K.
Hello, mister. I'm still investigating.
But the object you're looking for has already... Okay, don't mind him. Please continue with your investigation.
Okay, you got it. Tertiup.
Detective Bad, haven't we already found what you were looking for? If it means I can keep her in the dark just a little longer, a little task will do. You're more sympathetic than I thought.
Hachimi, hachimi, hachimi.
Huh. There's this video of a cat. There's this video of like a cat massaging or like licking the feet of another cat, and the other cat's wearing an Egyptian headgear, and it's like the Anka meme theme song, but it's made into like vocal chops of Hachimi. It's so funny. You saw that too? Yeah.
Hachimi.
It's so funny. I've been waiting for you, Edgeworth. Like, if I have to describe it, it's complicated. But like, I don't know. Like, you show them. Like, whoever's in chat. Somebody said, like, I know what you're talking about. I've also been waiting for the moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest. The moment in which we can finally lay this case to rest? Wasn't that when we placed Detective Gumshoe under arrest? I think we've more than solved this case already. Don't you? We'll see. It all depends on whether or not your logic holds. Oh, I see we even have a viewer in the gallery. And why? Even Mr. Bat is here. A viewer in the gallery? I'm hardly just a bystander. I have a duty to see this case through to the end, no matter how it turns out. Oh, is that right? Oh, my throat hurts. Anyways, I thought you might like to hear what I've slaved away to find out. I've taken statements on every single person's movements during the time when our suspect was in the hallway. Yo. I also confirmed that there is no possible route of escape from lobby number 2. Do I care? Therefore, the killer must without a doubt be Detective Gumshoe. And that's all you have? Yeah, that's all there is to my conclusion in this case. Sorry, but I beg to differ. In a trial, there is always time for a rebuttal, and we are standing in a court of law. It would be more than appropriate to follow the rules of court in this case, don't you think? How absolutely like a rookie to think such a thing. But alright, I'll play along and give you a proper testimony. If my logic is correct, then I've already won. All I have to do now is to prove it by showing who the real killer is. If your throat hurts, it's time for some hachimi. Yeah. I want some honey, actually. Everyone, since the suspect has an alibi for when the gun went off. Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene have all been thoroughly investigated, right? I also confirmed that there is no possible escape route from lobby number 2, which leaves us with one unshakable conclusion that Detective Gumshoe is the killer. Now that you have your testimony, I expect a good rebuttal, Edgeworth. But of course. Yeah. There's no need to confront her logic head-on right now. Just, I should instead focus on drawing out any trump cards she has up her sleeve. Yeah, make her say too much or something. Meow. Okay. Okay, let's press this.
Hold it!
I should get cheese again for honey and cheese. I want honey and cheese pizza. That would be so good. I haven't had that in so long. The suspect, but I thought that Detective Gumshoe's alibi has already been proven. Are you joking, Edgeworth? I assure you this is no joke. Look, I know you heard from the judge earlier The detective was in the hallway with Mr. Faraday's daughter eating a Swiss roll. I would like a pineapple pizza. Yo, I want it. I want pineapple. I haven't had that too in a long time. It's not that I have anything against pineapple and pizza, but I just haven't had it for a while. Imagine martabak manis with honey. Yum, that would be so good. You guys know martabak tsunami? Yo, it's like the mountain of martabak with a lot of chocolate, and it's crazy, yo. But see, that was 20 minutes before the real gunshot went off, right? Yeah. Promise there's no one else who can corroborate what he did since the snacking. Sure. That sounds so good. Yeah. You search for martabak tsunami. I'm gonna like say it in chat. Hold on. Martabak tsunami anjay. Oh! Sounds like something that can cause diabetes. Yes! I haven't tried it because I'm scared. I see she's done a research. But I feel like if if I eat it alone, it's a waste. So I have to invite my friends. Which means that I should focus on drawing out what Furthermore, the areas around the crime scene. Wait, did we... Wait, did we do this?
Hold it!
No, right? Whether they have been thoroughly investigated or not is for me to decide. The scrunched eyebrows and lines on your forehead are back. Anyway, even if you believe it hasn't been exhaustive, the crime scene, lobby number 2, has no way out other than the hallway Detective Gumshoe was standing in. And because he claimed to be there, that makes him the only possible suspect. Oops, sorry. But isn't it also possible that someone escaped through the window and into the garden? That's the first place everybody looked at, silly. The police aren't a bunch of lazy bums. They looked into every possibility, you know? Isn't that right, Mr. Bad? Yeah. There wasn't a scrap of evidence to suggest someone used one of the windows. There also weren't any footprints or anything in the courtyard garden. They just evaporated. I suppose they really did check everything that could be relevant to the case.
Hold it!
Are you absolutely positive that there are no possible routes of escape? Of course I'm sure. And why are you so certain? This is the courthouse, the place where criminals are brought to be judged. You're so bubbly today. Yeah, I feel so head empty, but like, in exchange of that, I just feel very, I don't know, whimsy. If there was an escape route, I'm sure every criminal would be using it to escape. It's just common sense. Miles Edgeworth, I suggest you use a bit more of it in the future. Maybe it's because I did have a lot of like rest, so I feel kind of energized. I'm not sure. What was in your lunch? That's a very good question. Nasi goreng. Nasreng was in my lunch.
Hold it!
You may think it's unshakable, yeah, fry rice, but to me there are still too many unanswered questions. For example, who was it that placed the gun in Mr. Faraday's hand? Maybe the carbs did give me an energy boost. Yeah, that's like odd, because normally I never eat carbs. All my carbs come from veggies. Damn, actually that might be it. But you're the only one still wondering that. Detective Gumshoe probably had no idea which hand Mr. Faraday used to write with. Even if you know someone, it doesn't mean you'll know which hand they write with, right? I don't know. I mean, I certainly don't care about that sort of thing. I'm not about to let her get a rise out of me with such a flippant statement. I suppose we've really reached the end now. I already have my trump card ready. All that remains is to play it. But before I do, I think I should inquire into a little something about her argument. You said earlier that you confirmed the alibis of every person other than the suspect. However, I don't recall either Franziska or myself speaking with you about the subject. Ah, but they were witnesses. For you, there's your mentor who gave you an alibi. I see. As for little Missy, she came to the courthouse during the recess. And was stopped by security guard at the doors of the hallway. Can you do the Mo laugh? She gave him quite a whipping for that, or so I heard. I'm the daughter of Manfred von Karma, and I will not be forcibly stopped by a guard or a bailiff or anyone else. Wait, so basically the only reason Franziska bothered to show up today was because she found out that I was to be the replacement prosecutor? By the way, Miss Yew, what about everyone's alibis before Detective Gumshoe was assigned to guard duty? What about them? Have you looked into what people were doing during that span of time? What kind of idiot do you take me for? It doesn't matter when the killer went into lobby number 2. From the time we heard the gunshot to the time Mr. Bad and I arrived on the scene as we dashed the from lobby number 1, the only person who could have committed the crime was Detective Gumshoe. That's her argument. She thinks we haven't found out. Yes, let's talk about when you and Detective Bad heard that gunshot, shall we? I suppose that if we go by your logic, then Detective Gumshoe is the only one. However, what if the crime had occurred at an entirely different time than when that gunshot you heard went off? What then? That gunshot was a trap meant to manipulate our perception. Sorry, Kasar. Sadly, your explanation is very lacking, Edgeworth. The gunshot we heard in lobby number 1? Care to explain how that could have been fabricated? The tape, duh.
Take that!
That tape? Yes, it's exactly what you think it is. This is the surveillance tape of Mr. Rell the prosecution presented in today's trial. This was found loaded in the video player in lobby number 2. Grrr. It was connected to a large television that had its volume turned all the way up. For sure. Yeah. You can't honestly mean that the sound we heard was a gunshot in the video? Oh, but I do, which leads me to my next point. Mangiya ka. Mangiya. We. The murders occurred much earlier than when anyone heard the gunshots. That's the only thing I can think of too. After committing double homicide, the killer took the surveillance video out from Mr. Faraday's evidence bag, turned the television's volume all the way up, and left the video to play. Mangya. If playing from the beginning, it would take 30 minutes for the gunshot sound to come on. And since we know now that this method of time manipulation is possible, time manipulation, it opens up the possibility that the killer is someone other than Detective Gumshoe.
Objection!
Sounds from a television doesn't amount to much here. But of course, Mr. Prosecutor Edgeworth and Little Miss Von Karma already knew that much from the very beginning, right? Of course we knew, didn't we, Miles? Yes, of course. We know about the soundproof quality of this courthouse rooms. Of course, I'm not about to admit we had no idea until only a while ago. That's right, and if the rooms are soundproof, then we should not have been able to hear it. And yet, we heard the gunshot clear as day. And? That's an end of story. But it's not. Real? How should I explain why she was able to hear a gunshot from a soundproof room? The window was open. There was a hole in the wall. There is actually one common point between lobby number 1 and lobby number 2. Well, the room in the Maldives, the houses in the Maldives is soundproof. But if you open the big door, then it's whatever, it doesn't work. And it is that despite the fact that both rooms have air conditioning installed, a window was open in each. Now, we know that the window in lobby number 2 was opened by the killer. However, a window in lobby number 1 was also open. Who opened it?
Objection!
It's probably just coincidence that they were both open at the time.
Objection!
It was no mere coincidence, I assure you. Why was the window open in lobby number 1? Because the killer was there. The answer is that a certain person did something to cause the window to be open. And the person who triggered that action, that person is the real guilty party. The real killer in this double murder is her. I don't know. She has to be. Miss Calisto Yew. I hereby formally indict you of the murder of Mr. Faraday and Mr. Rel. What? You indict me? Yo, menchongjir. Are you serious, Mouse? Why do you think she is the killer? I don't understand her motive just yet, but of course I'm serious. Because she is the only one who could have done it. You are guilty. Well, Miss Yew, do you still feel like laughing now? Of course I do, Edgeworth. My argument must not be tight enough yet. Although, I never thought things would spiral into this. But I'll have you know I'm enjoying this dance quite a bit. I guess this means it's time for my own rebuttal now, right? Same. You argue that the window was opened. However, do you have any proof? It was I who did that? Furthermore, do you have a proof that the tape was used in committing the crime? Frankly, I'm shocked at you for going around accusing people of murder like this, especially with logic as full of holes as yours. It's just like the hole man from I. This is where it really starts. I mustn't let my guard down for even a second or the truth will blow away. Now is the time to put the patented Von Karma perfect proof to the test.
Hold it!
Evidence? All I need to do is have some prints analyzed and we'd know straight away. Be my guest. She sounds as though she has the room to maneuver. Which means, even if we were able to lift prints, they'd only show that it was someone else, but... why that someone else was forced to open the window? That's simple logic. Why don't I try presenting that piece of evidence? I have nothing to lose. What's wrong? The scrunched eyebrows, lines in your forehead, they're all back. More importantly, are you going to be okay now running a fingerprint analysis? Yes, I'll be fine. Oh, well in that case, I'll just continue with my testimony, alright? He said there's evidence that it was... I think it's the perfume. It might be the perfume, because like they can smell the perfume. I don't know, man. Okay, well I'll just listen first, actually.
Hold it!
I thought I just proved that it was. Yeah, it's like, oh my god, shoot, I spilled the perfume. Can you open the window, please? Something like that. I thought I just proved that it was. She proved that the tape was there at the scene of the crime. However, that doesn't prove that it was actually used in said crime. Unfortunately for you, Miss Yew, the fact that the tape was there at the crime scene in itself is in itself very important. How so? By the very existence of that tape at the crime scene, it proves the possibility that the when of the crime could have been fabricated. And that possibility alone renders our alibis and witness reports irrelevant. Basically, it means that we will need to re-examine every person's movements again. Whether the tape was used in the crime or not, that we can re-evaluate afterwards. So in conclusion, you're admitting that you can't prove that it was at this point. I wanna press everything. This is like good. Even if you're shocked, that is of no concern to me. I do things my own way. Oh, I see that you're not laughing for a change. Because I'm shocked. Again, you being shocked is of no concern to me. Let us continue with the testimony. Alright, but let me say just one thing. You shouldn't go around accusing people.
Hold it!
Full of holes? Well, I suppose it might be. Oh, admitting to your faults now, are we? At this point in time is what I meant to say. Should I take that to mean that you're just a sore loser? No matter how full of holes my logic may be right now, if I plug them one at a time, I will ultimately make my way to the truth. Sheesh, let's go. What a paradox. Take care to not fall into one of these holes before you fill it up. Yeah, let's go. Miles, you remember, don't you, about why a window in lobby number 1 was open? Of course I do. Yes. Oh, ha! Let's go. And that's how I'll attack. I'll present the reason why the window had to be open. It's the perfume.
Objection!
I'm sure you've seen this before, haven't you, Miss Yew? Edgeworth, I never knew you were into wearing that kind of perfume. It's not exactly what I'd recommend for boys, you know. This isn't mine. That That's right, it's mine, and I received it from Detective Bad, you see. Miss Yew, you can pretend it all you like, but we know at least this much is for sure. That you are the one who gave this bottle of perfume to Detective Bad. And that you're super easy to rile up. So, what about the perfume? While you were in lobby number 1, you made a big show of spilling some of this perfume. That's according to Detective Bad. Oh, I know. He also knew that if you spilled it, he would naturally move to open a window.
Objection!
Come now, I've already told you that's all just a big coincidence. After we opened the window in lobby number 1, I just left it open, you know? So maybe it was just dumb luck that we heard the gunshot through the window.
Objection!
The timing of when you were going to spill the perfume is something you could control. And the most important fact about this case is when people were made to hear the shot. Furthermore, it would have been pointless if you didn't have an alibi for yourself at the time. You mean... Miss Yew, you were the one who called Detective Bad into lobby number 1? When you saw him bring Detective Gumshoe into the hallway. Is that correct? All of today's premeditated events could only have been thought up by you, Miss Yew. Ha! You accused me of murder on the fact that I spilled a little perfume. Well, allow me to say this much. I couldn't have killed Mr. Faraday. Would you care to testify as to why? Look, I had a lot of fun today, really. But I grow wary of this game of cat and mouse. Let's make this the last testimony and wrap up this absurd case once and for all. Is this really the last one? Accusing someone of murder over a spilled bottle of perfume is a bit over the top. But I suppose forgery of evidence is to be expected of a disciple of Font Karma. In any case, it simply could not have been me who killed Mr. Faraday. After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Sorry? But no matter what sort of trick she may try to pull, she won't escape me. No, listen. Like... It would have been like a key, right? I don't know, man. If I'm lacking in information, I'll just draw it out of her.
Hold it!
I want to press everything. I think I already explained the significance of that earlier. You only confirmed that I did spill some perfume. But that's all. That you would accuse me of murder based on a simple spill? Don't you dare complain when I sue you for defamation of character. Ha ha! Uite, Anjir. Do as you like, but as for me, I believe. You believe? I believe that you are the true culprit in this case. Of course, I should have guessed. But I suppose forgery of evidence is uuia.
Hold it!
I formally request that you desist in your attack against my mentor. Yes, or we'll sue you for defamation. All I'm doing is telling the truth. Well, maybe more like spreading gossip. Although your adamant denials are, shall we say, just adding fuel to the fire. How dare you! Well, that part is kind of true, though. Say such a thing. Calm down, little girl. Don't let her get to you. Aw, why'd you have to ruin my fun? Well, shall I continue? In any case, nggak mungkin gua.
Hold it!
And why exactly could you not have killed him? I was just about to testify to that. You're such an impatient man. I'm not really into that, you know, Edgeworth. Your preferences have no bearing on what is at hand. Feeling a little uncomfortable, are we?
Objection!
Miss Yew, you will desist in this tomfoolery and return to your testimony. And Miles, if you're going to lose your cool, then I won't show you any mercy. Okay, jeez. Miss Yew, please continue with your testimony. Sure. As I was saying, I couldn't have possibly killed Mr. Faraday. Why? After all, I don't even know where the knife that was used to kill him came from. Huh? At this rate, she will inevitably escape. But if she really was the one who killed Mr. Faraday, Then she must have known about the existence of the knife. I'm sorry, Miss Yew. Maybe you weren't aware. However, the knife that was used to kill Mr. Faraday was taken from his evidence bag. Miles, what do you think you're doing? I'm drawing the truth out of her, that's what I'm doing. Huh? But I don't recall a knife being presented at the trial earlier today. Well, I suppose that's because the evidence was something Mr. Faraday had yet to use. Ah, so that's what you're trying to do. Look, why don't you cut it out with the lies? Alright, we have already figured you out. There was no knife inside Mr. Faraday's evidence bag. The only evidence he had yet to present was the key that the Yatagarasu had sent. And unless a key can magically turn into— oh my god. Oh, hell no. You really don't have a leg to stand on. Haha, get it? Cause Yatagarasu. Did you really think you could trap me? Come now, be honest. I never intended to do such a thing. It was all a misunderstanding on my part. In any case, I wonder if you might append what you just said into your testimony? Sure, why not? I'll even say it as many times as you'd like. We can present— it turns into a knife. I think like either would work.
Objection!
Miss Yew, I wonder if you might take a look at this photo for me. This is a picture of the key that the Yatagarasu sent to the police. However, while it may look like a key at first glance, it in fact has the secret ability to transform into a knife. Which means that what was inside Mr. Faraday's bag was both the Yatagarasu's key and the murderous knife. You knew that the key was inside Mr. Faraday's bag, did you not? Yes. Well, with the Yatagarasu key alone, it's more than possible to kill Mr. Faraday. Do you understand now? Just knowing of the existence of the Yatagarasu... I still haven't had a good look at it. Showing it to me from that far away, you could be lying for all I know. You would even now still feign ignorance? I'm not feigning anything, but we can't have you accusing me of a crime with false evidence now, can— oh, she's now accusing us of false evidence? That's freaking crazy. I mean, Mr. Fontkarma, I heard some very interesting rumors about him. Are you mocking my papa? Don't you dare sully the good name of my mentor. Now take a good look. This piece of evidence is more than real. Wow, who knew there was such a trick to this thing? Are you satisfied now? But of course, you knew from the very beginning, didn't you? You knew that the knife and the Yatagarasu's key are one and the same. Otherwise, someone like you who isn't a member of law enforcement, and who would never have been privy to this trick, would have never known about it to begin with. You knew! Furthermore, the something that the Yatagarasu sent to the police, how did you have knowledge as to what it was? Actually, I heard it from Mr. Faraday. Just before he dragged Mr. Rell off, he told me. Oh, that's right. I almost forgot. He also told me about the key turning into a knife at that time. But he didn't tell me about how the key actually transforms.
Objection!
A preview. Okay. What you are saying is simply not possible. Oh, and why not? No, Mr. Faraday does not know. Because Mr. Faraday himself didn't know about the hidden knife within the key. For within these pages, he mentions nothing about a knife.
Objection!
I'm not sure he would have written everything in his organizer, you know? Wouldn't something of this importance be better left to oral communication?
Objection!
Unfortunately, that is also impossible because Detective Bad didn't know about the knife aspect either. What would have been highly classified information even within the police force? And it's something that even the lead detective on the case didn't know. Why would Mr. Faraday have felt the need to share such information with the opposition? Yeah, I guess he wouldn't have much of a reason to. Looks like I gave a pretty lame excuse, huh? How can you laugh at a time like this? She probably just realized the flaw in her logic and is actually in a panic over it. It's like her coping mechanism. And that's not something we need to concern ourselves with. I suppose you're right. Miss Yew, I'd like to state that I also know how you knew the real nature of the knife. Do you now? Well, why don't you put your money where your mouth is and show me?
Oh, I will, and I'll wipe that smile off your face by the time we're through.
Is it the moment of truth? The secret behind the Yatagarasu's key. What? Only one person would have had knowledge of it from the get-go. Who would know from the start of the Yatagarasu's key would change to a knife? Ya, orang ini.
Take that!
Goblok. Gimana, anjing?
Tunggu. Wait.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
Take that!
Sorry. There's only one person who would have known about the dual nature of the key.
Bro, like... What's the difference?
The Yatagarasu herself.
Do you think she is? Well, unless something new surfaces, that's my thought.
But I don't know. She's so lame. She can't be the Yatagarasu because she's so lame. Are you saying that this lawyer is the great thief Yatagarasu? Miss Yew, you used Mr. Rel to lure Faraday into a trap, didn't you? You who profess to bear a grudge against criminals. Why? Why do something like this?
I'm just like, please don't be her. Please don't be her.
Oh my god. Her abs must hurt from laughing. Who would have thought that you, a stupid rookie prosecutor, would see through me? You're sending the biggest chill down my spine right now, Edgeworth. This feeling of thrill. It's even greater than when I sneak into some place. You killed Faraday. Why? Answer me. Calisto Yew. Calisto Yew, huh? That's not my real name. What is your real name? Because my real identity is, yes, the great thief Yatagarasu.
No, I refuse to acknowledge it.
Let me tell you something, Edgeworth. Mr. Faraday was one difficult man to deal with. For you see, he had discovered my true identity. Which is why I had to erase him from the world of law.
No, that's bullshit.
I made Rel an offer, acquittal for a little favor in return. All he had to do was accuse Mr. Faraday of being the Yatagarasu in court.
No, he would not do something so underhanded.
But once we entered the recess, Rel was dragged off by Mr. Faraday, which threw my plan to a complete mess. I chased after them and eavesdropped on them through a crack in the door. But Rel caves to only two things, money and authority, just as all thugs do. I feared my plan was going to be ruined if Mr. Faraday held in onto Rel any longer. Plus, if I had let them continue on the way they were, I would have been found out. That's why I had no choice. I had to kill them both.
What?
But didn't you say that you despise criminals? But do I really? You. Have you forgotten about the KG8 incident too? Maybe. What sort of woman would? So then, was it your plan to kill Mr. Faraday with the very evidence that you sent? Haha, well, I had a good idea of what Mr. Faraday was gonna do. I anticipated that Mr. Faraday was gonna prove that Rel wasn't the Yatagarasu by using this Yatagarasu's key as evidence and that he would bring it with him. Which is why I thought to use the knife portion. With a weapon that as well disguised as this, no one would be the wiser. I mean, yeah. Because who in their right mind would think something like this could be a weapon?
If he's the true Yatagarasu, he would not have been caught.
I casually entered lobby number 2 on the pretext that I had to talk with Mr. Faraday. In order to get in with him, I pretended to be worried about something. He then let me hold the Yatagarasu's key just like that. I never noticed that I had changed the key into a knife inside the plastic bag. And he didn't have the chance to take note of the knife that took his life.
Okay,
How could you kill him? I knew him for a long time, you know. At the very least, I thought to give him a quick and painless death. But if you killed Mr. Faraday first, there was no need for you to kill Mr. Rell as well. I believe I mentioned why when we were placing Detective Gumshoe under arrest. Something about having accidentally created an eyewitness, and how that led the killer to think about setting them up as though they'd killed each other. Then the trick with the surveillance tape. Yep, I hadn't actually planned to use a gun. The risk was too high that I'd be caught. However, that's when I remembered the existence of that surveillance tape, which is why I had Rel help me set up the crime scene. And after all was said and done, I rewarded him for all his hard work with a bullet. Yo, what the frick? That's so heartless. You're a defense attorney, aren't you? How could you betray a client? That's so evil. What the hell? Evil incarnate. Client, if you want to talk about who was a client of whose first, it was me. I was the client in the murder of the Kodopian embassy staff member, Dead Man. What? You ordered a hit job? You still haven't figured it out, Mr. Bad? Wow, she yapping a lot. I had Dead Man killed because he was about to give away info about the smuggling ring. Now, who exactly do you think would benefit for such an assassination? It can't be. You're... That's right. I'm a member of the smuggling ring. What? How could this... You don't mean you're working with Manny Koshin too, do you? What? Maybe, maybe not, guess you'll never know. The Yatagarasu claims to be noble, but you're just another cold-blooded murderer. That's right, little girl. The Yatagarasu is just another killer. Be quiet, you. Yatagarasu, you can run from the law, but you'll never escape it. So just humbly accept the judgment of this court. What about her sister, CCU? Did you know the Yatagarasu has 3 legs? Do you know why that is? I don't know. No? Well, let me tell you. It means that the Yatagarasu has more than one razor-sharp way to do her work. What does that mean? Yo, okay. Picture kinda goes hard. You really are too naive, Edgeworth. You even handed the Yatagarasu's key right to me without a second thought. Everything may not have gone according to plan, but I'll still gladly take it. You mean... the key was your real target? And even after I gave you such great advice, didn't I tell you to always keep a good eye on a criminal? Or you may regret what comes of your negligence. You two, get down! Oh no, Franziska looks so terrified. My body, I can't move.
Hey, mister, to your right!
Oh, she ran. Are you alright, Franziska? I'm perfectly fine, Miles. Her voice is shaking, but it looks like she's unharmed. Where did Kay go? That's a gunshot. That's so scary. Okay. Sorry, but it looks like she got a... Aw, man! I called the precinct. They should have a perimeter set up soon. Detective Bat, are you alright? I heard a gunshot. I'm okay, just got another hole in my jacket. You may say he's fine, but it looks quite shaken. Huh, yeah. But more importantly, boy, I mean, Mr. Edgeworth, Miss Font Karma. Are you too hurt? Another hole in his coat. Yep. I'm absolutely fine. I'm also alright, thanks to Kay. Speaking of Kay, where is she? I don't know, she just sort of disappeared. I'll go look for her. Oh, and hey, Detective Gumshoe. Yes, sir! Detective Bad, sir! I'm sorry I doubted you. Don't worry, sir. It's not your fault. Well, I lied to you guys too, after all. I heard about what happened. From Kay. Lying while giving testimony is still unforgivable. But in this case, you're protecting Kay and her feelings. Looks like you just might have what it takes to be a real detective. Now, don't you ever lose that detective spirit, okay? You got it, Pops! Pops? Watched one too many detective dramas recently, have we? Way to single-handedly destroy the cheery atmosphere with one snarky comment. I should get back to the investigation. I swear, I'll catch you if it's the last thing I do. Be careful, Detective Bad, and take care. Thanks. Well, I'm off. Maybe we'll run into each other again someday. Zame. Thanks a bunch, pal. You're the best. You really did find out the truth behind everything. Yes, well, I'm glad we solved everything before you were taken to prison. He's still sad? Come on. I can't believe how much trouble I caused you with my testimony, Detective Gumshoe. Oh, it was no problem, really. I mean, I lied too, so I didn't help anything. It was really not your fault, Your Honor. Well, even if you did have His Honor's testimony, I think that lawyer would have found another way to get you convicted on our behalf. Yeah, I can't believe I was about to get fired during my first week as a detective. Well, so long as you're not fired. You should work hard, give all that you have, and perform your duties well, or else salary cut. Oh, and one more thing. Kay left a present for you with me. She did? Ooh, what is it? What was it that Kay left for me, the proof of their friendship? The cake?
Take that!
It's the courthouse special Swiss roll. Can I really have it? Yeah, it's a present meant for you after all. Thanks a bunch. You have no idea how happy this makes me, pal. I'm gonna eat this right now. Sure, go ahead. The Swiss rolls Detective Gumshoe and Kay bought together. While the one Kay saved never reached her father, it would appear that her sentiments have touched the heart of this detective. He's so happy, it's as though he's having a welcome back celebration of his own. Well, I was asked by Kay to give it to him. Whoop, that was good, pal. I can't believe I got to eat 2 of these delicious things in one day. It's like I'm in Swiss roll paradise or something. I've got to thank Kay myself. Hey, where is she? He only noticed just now. Was his mind not present when we discussed her earlier? Detective Bat left to go search for her earlier. Maybe you should go join him. Yeah, you betcha, pal. I'm gonna go help him. Oh, but first... You know what, pal? Actually, I guess I shouldn't be so rude to you anymore, huh? I'm gonna stick right by your side from now on, Mr. Edgeworth, sir. Yay! Well, that's cute. I sense nothing but a most troublesome relationship from that ominous statement. We should go home too, Miles. We have to hurry and report what has happened to Papa. Agreed. Well, I'm afraid we must be going now, Detective. Roger, sir. And don't you worry. I'll investigate the next case we're on real well. I'll be counting on you. The sense of trouble is definitely in the air. Aw, that's cute. Thus, like a bad dream, my first outing at court came to a disturbing end. A few months later, I was finally able to properly stand in court as a prosecutor. Oh, okay, so this is not the first case, because like, okay, I get it. But the detective in charge of the investigation was, as I dreaded, Detective Gumshoe. After that, he became my direct subordinate. I have tried, but words fail to describe the immeasurable suffering he has caused me. My god. Versus Miafe. No, bro, I don't know. Stop spoiling. I haven't played this game. I suppose that's just how things are. As for the little girl who suddenly disappeared... Oh, it wasn't... Oh, okay. So, do you remember now? Oh, that case. Okay. Yes, I remember everything. Okay, it's been a while. You sure grew up a lot. Of course! course, but thank goodness. I thought you two had totally forgotten about me. Aww, it's like a little reunion. Aww. I already deleted my memory. You know, I was really worried about you after all that. Where have you been all this time?
Gummy, I didn't know you cared.
After my father died, I went to go live with my mother's relatives. They live really far away, so I wasn't really able to come back here all that much. Oh, is that what happened? Well, I'm just glad you're alright. Oh, so that's why her hair ornament has like a key, because like it has the Yatagarasu key. So does it all make sense now? You betcha it does. Oh, you know what? I was going through my father's bookshelves recently and...
Hold it!
Actually, there are still a number of things that don't make sense, Kay. Huh? First of all, why did you call all these trying to shoot me? And second, why are you calling yourself the Yatagarasu? The Yatagarasu is Calisto Yew, the woman who killed your father. No, you're wrong. The real Yatagarasu is my father. Mr. Faraday was the Yatagarasu. Like I said, I was going through my father's bookshelf recently. And I found a secret diary hidden among his books. I have no regrets in choosing to walk the path of the Yatagarasu. That was written in his diary, and that's how I know for sure. But that's impossible! What's with that look? You don't believe me? It wasn't just the expression on my face. I clearly said it was impossible just now. Alright then, how do you explain this? It's a way of disarming any security system of the user's choosing? Yep, that's little thief. Truth be told, this is the Yatagarasu's greatest secret. And this little gizmo was used by my father. Wow, Mr. Faraday wasn't just a great prosecutor, he was really a great thief, huh? Yeah, my father worked really hard to steal the truth. But he was killed, and the Yatagarasu was no more. Sad. But despite that, the Yatagarasu has been spotted again recently, and that's me! Oh, okay. So that's not her. Take a look at this article. Fake one? The Yatagarasu sent the embassy a calling card? Yeah, meaning this person's a fake. I'm almost certain that this Calisto Yew lady is behind this. Because the real Yatagarasu would never send something like a gaudy card out. Oh. But the Yatagarasu did send a white card along with anything to be publicized. That's what Detective Bad told me 7 years ago, if memory serves. Well, as soon as I heard the news, I got all wound up and I knew I couldn't just let it go. Yeah, So I searched you out so that I could obtain the truth behind the Yatagarasu. Because if anyone can help me find it, I figured that's you, Mr. Edgeworth. Ah, so you're saying that I have your father's and Miss Yew's identities backwards? Yes, because the real Yatagarasu is noble to the end. And I want to revive the real noble Yatagarasu. If I don't, my father will never be able to rest in peace. Okay. Okay, you're so honorable. I don't care what anyone else thinks. I'll always be here to cheer you on, pal. Even if you are honorable, a thief is a thief. And if you are plotting to commit a crime, then I'm afraid I can't be complicit. Mr. Edgeworth. You guys are not making it easy for me. Who am I supposed to support now? Mr. Edgeworth, what I want from you is not to steal something. What I want is the arrest of that evil woman. Dang. That evil woman, Calisto Yew? Yeah. I think it's too hard for me to catch her all by myself. But I thought that since you were able to expose her for who she is, then maybe... Please, Mr. Edgeworth, won't you help me? Come to think of it, I do believe I owe you. Huh? Owe me for what? When Miss Yew made her escape, it was you who saved my life. Oh yeah, that! He would have died! Furthermore, you helped me with the investigation today. I'm not so rude as to leave favors unrepaid. Then you mean... Yes. That case has been weighing down my soul ever since that fateful day. Perhaps the time has come to settle things once and for all. If you don't intend to sully your hands in a crime, then I believe I can help you. Mr. Edgeworth, thank you! Yay, Mr. Edgeworth, sir! Isn't that great, Kay? Yeah, it sure is, Gummy! Even though he had completely forgotten about her until just now. What's with their chummy relationship? Are you jealous? The great thief Yatagarasu? After all that time, the true identity of the thief sank back into the darkness. Burn Faraday, Calisto Yew, and K. Faraday. What about Mr. Bad? The phantasmagorically changing identity of the great thief Yatagarasu. And the Yatagarasu's real goal. It would all come to light the day after I made that promise to Kay. The end. That's the end of case 4. Ow, my jaw kinda hurts. Episode 5, which I think, if I'm correct, would be the last episode of Investigations 1. Hold on, I'm gonna eat a bit. Do we stop here for today or peek? I think peeking would be okay. Do you think we could peek? I'm gonna peek for maybe like half an hour. Turnabout ablaze. Two cards. One of the Black Raven and one of the White Raven. The country torn in two. One to the west and one to the east. What? What's this? And those which were split are made whole again. The truth will reveal itself. What? What are we burning? It's the Yatagarasu! The Yatagarasu's here! You accursed Yatagarasu! K.U. K.U. 8 hours earlier. That's her real family name. It's so nice, almost dreamlike, to finally have the chance to relax and sip some tea. Whoa! Stream Sip Some Tea by Pavolia Reine. Especially after what a whirlwind the past few days have been. On my return flight, I was dragged into a case involving an Interpol agent's murder. The next day, I investigated a kidnapping and a murder at the Gay Wonderland theme park. And later that night, a detective's dead body welcomed me back into my office. Along with a thief who was out to pilfer files related to a case from 10 years ago. That sounds just like my Uma Musume skill, pilfer position or something. How did I manage to find myself in the middle of so many cases back to back? Just your luck, just your luck. Position pilfer. Well, at least I have today. All I ask is that I be allowed to spend it quietly. For sure. Mr. Edgeworth! Oh my god. This is big! Big, I tell ya! Hey, what's wrong with you? Where's your enthusiasm? And suddenly the phrase, the fragility of dreams, comes to mind. What are you talking about, fragile dreams? Come on, let's go! The fake Yatagasu isn't going to just find herself, you know? Well, if you must know, it's possible that I was paid a visit last night by your fake. Say what? Unfortunately for us, the thief managed to escape. But even now, we're still looking for this criminal. However, I must warn you that we've only had a few hours to search so far. So I must insist that you be patient on this one, Kay. What's with you today? Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now? Hold on, I'm gonna eat. Yum. I bit my tongue! Oh man. It's gonna be another like ulcer thing. Ow. Ow. 3 mouth injuries in a week? Oh man. Oh my god, is it bleeding? God, I'm gonna kill. Three mouth injuries in a week? This is messed up. Hold on. Yeah, it's bleeding. Oh my god. Oh! Oh my god. I have cotton. Are you sure you aren't sleep talking to me right now? Anyway, I've got something much more important that I want you to see. Oh, and that is... What? Take a look at this. On March 14th, I will be there to steal your dirtiest secret. That's quite a bold declaration to send to an embassy. I suppose it was inevitable that a newspaper would catch wind of this. It's still bleeding. The date the card mentions is today. Today, huh? Come on, we've got to hurry. The embassy awaits. I suppose it is quite an urgent matter. Do you know which country's embassy we should be investigating? It's some really special country. Why are my teeth so sharp? And I'm actually really fuzzy on the details. But never mind that. Where's your all your energy? Where are you like a daisicle today? I'm not, Kay. But you're just too wound up. Oh well, then you should get too wound up too. Because this just might be our chance to catch that woman. Amy Miss You? The woman who killed Kay Trotter, Bryn Faraday 7 years ago. Calisto Yew. She claimed to be the great thief Yatagarasu. And then disappeared from the courtroom. She makes me so mad, the phony. Everyone knows that the real Yatagarasu would never send. Okay, it's Alpha Stings. Until a company underhanded dealings are made public. The target is always totally unaware that the Yatagarasu has paid them a visit. That's what makes the Yatagarasu so awesome. The Yatagarasu's card that's shown in this article, it looks to me as though it could be genuine. Can we stop talking?
Whoever it is, the person isn't the real deal but has knowledge of the Yatagarasu. If this isn't a clue to that woman's involved, that nothing is. Come on, Mr. Edgeworth, out the door you go! Ooh. There's something interesting about this card we found last night here in my office. It's from a different color than one article, which just makes me wonder why. What's up? Any reason why you're boring a hole through the newspaper with your eyes? No reason at all. Mirabelle, seeing as how it's you is also someone of special nature to me. I agree there is some merit to be found in investigating this. I knew you'd come around. Oh my god, please, stop! Can we... Oh my god. Wait guys, can we stop now? Can we stop now? My god, we wanted to peek a little bit. Oh, this is a long introduction. And we can start the case from the beginning. Yeah. Yeah, because the thing is, it hurts right now. Like, even when I'm not doing anything to it, it hurts. And I can't stand the taste of blood in my mouth. Ben, stop. I can't save right now. Maybe I can, actually. I can save here, or I can like choose the beginning of 5. Okay. Oh gosh. Sorry guys. Unexpected injury. This sucks. What do you mean this is the third mouth-related injury during the week? First is the inside of my mouth, the side, which is like just a regular ulcer or something. And then the roof of my mouth that I heard during membership. I was biting into Pocky and apparently like it got like sharp edge and it like kind of pierced the roof of my mouth and it bled. And now this. I was biting into my food, not realizing that it was my tongue. Oh man, I will eat carefully from now on. How? Exactly how? Exactly how? That's why it's so ridiculous. It's like a goal she gets where she gets hurt in the eyes, for you it's the mouth. Yeah, I guess I was just like not paying attention while I was chewing. I was like trying to like speak and chew quickly. And I just like missed the food. Like when I thought like there's food, there was no food in there. And it's just like I just bit straight into my tongue like I would bite into a food. Kind of messed up. I'm gonna apply some medicine on my tongue. And hopefully gets better. But yeah. If she bleeds for more than 30 seconds, then it's a cut. Well, the blood is kind of concentrated. Well, okay. Yeah, man, I think I could also read the super chats next time as well. If that's okay. Luckily, there's no stream tomorrow, but at least, I mean, we saw a little bit of the beginning. We're just gonna start from the beginning next time, and we finish case 4 at least. Yeah, sorry for the abrupt end. I really wanted to do more, but yeah. At least I'll see you guys next week, though. Okay. Yeah, terima kasih perhatiannya, guys. Thank you very much for your attention. Salam merakyat, everybody. Oh, God. And... bye-bye! Unlucky week, but at least we got through it. I hope, pray I get better soon, okay? Thank you!